Good Thursday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, bringing on your winter 2016 with the daily video forecast discussion for this Thursday, the 18th of February 2016. Looking around the region this morning, we have partly cloudy to cloudy skies across the region. Most of these are mid-level clouds at about 4,500 feet or so. And the temperatures this morning on the cold side, they're generally running in the upper teens to lower 20s over the interior, upper 20s to lower 30s in the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area this morning. Still a little bit of virga as a weak trough moves through on the northwestern flow, and a few of these areas are showing just a little bit touching of light snow here downwind of the lakes here into Binghamton and in northwestern the Poconos region of Pennsylvania here. This is ground clutter or just some light virga in the atmosphere over northern New Jersey or central and southern New Jersey scattering out. We have small craft advisories on the waters here for the New Jersey coast until 6 a.m. on Friday, and also the South Shore and east ends of Long Island, and these will be in existence until 6 a.m. on Friday for the western Long Island Sound area. On the ocean fronts from central and eastern Long Island until 10 a.m. on Friday morning. Visible satellite this morning shows the plethora of the mid-level cloud deck as the upper trough approaches the forecast region this morning. There's a little bit of lifting here, a little bit of light snowflakes here downwind of the lakes here into northwestern Pennsylvania, but most of this is drying out as it reaches the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area this morning. As we can see on the Doppler radar imagery, some of those snowflakes downwind of the lakes here, but then evaporating as they get into the New Jersey area. On the aviational weather deck this morning, we have VFR conditions as of 7 a.m. this morning, and we're basically going to expect that throughout the day. High pressure will build in from the west today, located overhead during tonight. Northwesterly flow will increase during today, and winds could gust as much as 25 knots in the late morning and afternoon hours. And as the high moves closer, winds will become light overnight with speeds generally less than 10 knots. Friday through Sunday, mostly VFR. A few showers are possible across the northern areas on Friday night. Gusty winds possible as a result of that trough passing on Saturday. And then Sunday night through Monday, lowering conditions possible. Chance of rain and snow showers developing as another trough moves through. Right now, outside of Newark, New Jersey, it is 28 degrees, dew point 13, humidity 52%. The wind is northwest at 16, gust to 21 as the cold front's moving through the region right now. And basically, we have just a few clouds at around 5,000 feet, wind chill 16, and VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia this morning, 31, dew point 13, humidity 47%. The wind is northwest at 8. A few clouds at 4,800, 15,000, and 24,000 VFR conditions in place. Surface analysis this morning shows the weak cold front moving in and over the forecast region this morning, just introducing more northwesterly flow and below normal temperatures as high pressure begins to build in across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley area. This slides east and over the top of us during tonight with calming winds and chilly temperatures across the region. A lot of action going on in the west, and this storm system then pulls into the upper plains. High pressure will be off the coast by early Friday morning or just about on top of us. The winds will turn around and a warm front will develop to our south and west, and this will be lifting into the area during the day on Friday to our west, keeping us high and dry. By the time we get to Friday night and Saturday morning, the warm front, lifting or mid-level lifting here, isentropic lift over the top of the cold dome means a few isolated northwestern showers or even a wet snowflake across the region. And the atmosphere will continue to move along here. That cold front moves off the coast, drying conditions, lots of sunshine on Sunday. Here's our next disturbance approaching the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley area. This means another area of precipitation moving in on early Monday morning. That moves off the coast, most of the precipitation staying to our north and west with that. And by the time we get into the early part of next week, especially on Tuesday, high pressure will be building in over the forecast region. We have an inverted trough here with low pressure developing in the Gulf and a coastal front developing along the Carolina to Georgia coast here. And this is going to spell inclement weather coming in for the middle part of next week as the storm system begins to deepen over the South Carolina coast, pushes the coastal front towards the northern mid-Atlantic coast. That means moderate pockets of precipitation, some of which could be wintry, as the storm exits towards the southern New England coastal states by 12Z on Thursday morning, and a northerly flow on the backside could produce snow. We're not sure just how much snow versus rain, but it looks like a pretty potent wet system at that, with at least 1 inch of QPF through the forecast period. Some of that will be in the frozen state, And by the time that leaves, well, then just more chilly weather coming in across the forecast region. GFS forecast maps in the future. Here's our high building in over the forecast region later today through Friday and into early part of Saturday. And by the time we get into Saturday morning, this storm system and warm front will be lifting to our northwest. Just an isolated chance of a shower or snow shower, but most areas will remain completely dry. And then more high pressure begins to filter in to the region during Saturday and Sunday, keeping us mostly high and dry. And then by the time we get to the early part of Monday, a storm system to our south will introduce the chance of rain from southern and central New Jersey down through the Delmarva. Most of the northern reaches, including the major cities here like Philadelphia, New York, and Albany, will remain high and dry. And then this forerunner system moves off, and then we have a better chance of precipitation developing as high pressure then dams and moves off rapidly with no blocking. The North Atlantic oscillation has been positive for most of the winter, with the exception of the blizzard when we had the big snow here. Most of the winter season, the NAO has remained positive, so that means storms are very progressive in both the polar and subtropical branches with no blocking in place. So this means the next storm system that's coming up and off the Carolina coast will be producing rain. And the rain should begin in earnest across the central and southern New Jersey and the Delmarva by Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, and then spread up through the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. This could be a little bit further to the north and west, depending on the track of this, as this is a 6E run. Last night's run was a little bit further to the west. And you can expect the wafting back and forth in the model guidance until all of these disturbances are within the North American RAOB data, and that probably won't come on till Sunday night or Monday at the earliest. So a lot of wafting and waving here in the model guidance until then, and that storm moves out, and then just more high pressure building in for the mid to the late part of next week. You can see the challenges in the GFS forecast from 6E on Wednesday, where the storm is located here, and then by the time you got to this morning's run, the storm is off the coast. So the difference between where these disturbances lie in the forecast for early next week makes the difference between precipitation type, intensity, and location. Taking a look at the stratosphere, when we had the big snowstorm here in January, we had a significant stratospheric warming, then a slight cooling, a rapid warming again, and then rapid cooling is taking place once again. And even the European model guidance is suggesting another warming trend, probably not to the likes of where we were at the peak here in January and early February, but still more potent warming is still going to occur, but its location obviously is going to be a factor of just how much cold air gets involved with the southern streams to make for an active winter pattern going forward. Forecasted temperatures today remaining below normal. The normal highs are in the low to the mid 40s, and for this time of the year, and now we're still in the mid 30s, so we know that cold air advection is on the way. As we get into the day on Friday, still chilly air in place, temperatures below seasonal levels with a northwesterly flow, high pressure over the top of us, temperatures in the mid to the upper 30s. Saturday, we start a warming trend, and that warming trend will continue, where temperatures get slightly above seasonal levels into the low and mid 50s. It could get into the mid and upper 50s across the southern portions around the I-95 corridor into the Delmarva. Sunday, looks like it's going to be the same. Temperatures are still in the upper 40s to a low 50s across the region as a result of another trough or weak cold front moving through. By the time we get into Monday, temperatures again near seasonal levels, generally running in the 40s across the forecast region. And as we get into a Monday or Tuesday, actually, temperatures are going to generally be near or slightly below normal again in the upper 30s to lower 40s, and this sets the stage for the next precipitation event, which will come in during the day on Tuesday and last into a portion of Thursday morning. So for everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a pleasant Thursday. We'll be back in video form on Friday morning.